How does awareness help you achieve career success? So you've heard about awareness and you're wondering what it is and how does it help you in your career? How does self-awareness or being more aware about your surroundings or emotional intelligence, what is that all about? How is that going to help my bottom line? How is that going to help me bring in more clients? How is that going to help me get that promotion? How is that going to help me reach more success in my career? Because that is what is really important to me. If you've said yes to any of those questions, then this video is for you. My name is Monica Reyes and I am a TEDx speaker, founder of MonicaEReyes.com, and I am a spiritual and high performance coach, and I'm here to share with you my tips and tools for increasing your awareness for more fulfillment and success in your life. So today we're going to talk about how awareness leads to more achievement and more career success. So awareness, self-awareness, we'll start with self-awareness. Self-awareness is the ability, it's really the conscious knowing of who you are, right? It's knowing your motives, your strengths, your passions, your direction. You know, who am I? Who am I in this world? And self-awareness is really powerful because once you start to get to know the internal landscape and how what your relationship is to everything in this reality, to the people in your life, to the events, the situations, the way you handle circumstances. How do you do fear? How do you do failure? How do you handle, challenges and obstacles? And so just knowing that information is really powerful because you can become more intentional. You can create more resilience. You can, when you fall, you can get right back up. Like, you, right? You get to know you. And so it's really, really, really helpful, and self-awareness itself will lead to more success because it makes you a better leader, because you know how you get triggered. You know that a certain conversation or when a certain person comes your way, you get triggered, you get angry, you get reactive, right? So you can become more intentional. You can start to work and explore on that thing, that root cause. Why am I reacting in this way? Why do I get emotionally swept away in this experience? Why do I get distracted? Why am I losing focus? Why am I losing productivity in these situations, right? And so it allows you to really dig deep and explore and excavate and then transform it so that you get to show up differently in life and obviously your business, which ultimately leads you to more success, right? So if you went from not focused to being focused all the time because you took the time to explore why you weren't focused, what do you think is going to happen? Or let's say you went from being reactive all the time. Every time an employee came in and told them you made a mistake, and you got angry and you got reactive, and then all of a sudden, that employee is afraid to tell you now, right? That employee is afraid to tell you because you triggered their fear. Of course, and now you went from that to compassionate leadership, where now you actually listen with compassion and understanding and empathy, and now all of a sudden you're creating this safe space in your business, in your leadership, and now you're creating this beautiful culture where people are feeling safe and they're being vulnerable and they're sharing who they are. Right now, that's a whole different business. It's a whole different business than from the one before, where it's unsafe, it's judgment, right? It's rigid, it's limited. So there's so much growth and potential available once you start to get to know you. And what's crazy about this is it's bigger than you think, right? Going in here is just step one. Because once you start to go in here, then you realize and you start to see the pattern, right? So the pattern is, right, we know there's this law of attraction happening, right? This is why you're on this channel, right? Because it's a spiritual channel. It's a spiritual this channel is about spirituality and science. And so there's this law of attraction happening, right? We're co-creating this reality based on what's happening. The external reality is a reflection of who we are internally, of our internal landscape. So let's take that principle right there. So if that is the case, then what you're experiencing in your career, success, failure, whatever you're experiencing actually happens, it starts in here, right? Which is why self-awareness is super important, because whatever you're experiencing inside is what will be reflected and responded outside. It's all energy. It's simply a response. And so getting to know and transforming and taking the time to self-reflect and transmute and all of that goodness, right? Self-work, personal development, when you go there knowing that this will not only affect that because of how you show up, because of your behavior, because of your thinking, because of your reaction, because of all of that, but energetically it will change it all because you are the movie projector and the reality is the movie. And now you start to shake this up and change it and shift it and raise the vibration and clear it all up and get rid of the internal obstacles. Now you're going to start seeing a new picture. This is why awareness is so powerful, because awareness is the ability to see yourself and see others. It's seeing life through mindfulness. It's being grounded in this present moment. Awareness is this vehicle. It's this ability to observe with neutrality, with groundedness. So you're not swept away. You're not reacting. You know all of the time when you've hit that optimal awareness, which, by the way, is an infinite journey. This is how we're evolving. When you are reaching these optimal levels of awareness, you know that you're in the present moment all the time. You know that you are the universe becoming aware of itself. You know that I am energy, and this is energy, and that everything inside of me is reflecting in the moment rather than hindsight. Most of us have that awareness hindsight. We're like, oh, I'm connecting the dots. But imagine if you were able to connect the dots as the dots were happening. Like, as the dots were becoming dots, you saw them connecting. You were able to even see perhaps how the dots might happen or why the universe might be doing that, because you were so aware that you got to really experience life in that way. It'd be so powerful. No more responding, right? It'd be more of it's creation. You're moving into the state of creation, of co-creation, rather than this constant reactive in response to the reality. It's a powerful place, because now you get to really be intentional about what is it that I'm creating here? What do I want? What do I desire? What kind of success? What levels of success? Who do I really want to impact? Have I been limiting myself? Am I playing it small, or am I playing it as big as possible? So awareness is really, really, really powerful. Now, how do you develop awareness? So you can develop awareness through several different ways. Awareness can be developed through meditation. It's the connection to to the divine. So meditation is a really powerful way to develop your awareness. If you haven't already meditated, man, you are missing out. I've got tons of YouTube videos on meditation, so go ahead and check that out. Mindfulness is the other way to develop that meditative mind, to develop that awareness. And mindfulness is a skill. So you're in essence becoming more mindful of life. You are here in the now. You're not being swept away by thought. You're not thinking about something else. You're here squeezing the juice out of this present moment, not seeing it as waiting, not being frustrated, not wanting to be somewhere else, not being stressed out, not being worried. Instead, you're here right now, a clear channel, experiencing life exactly as it is right here in this moment. Really powerful. Really, there's a depth in the moment that you're not able to access when you're not present. And so when you're also present, that's the most powerful that you are. And that's the most being the most powerful that you are, you can create obviously new levels of success that you didn't think were possible. Other ways to develop awareness, self-reflection, self-contemplation. So journaling is really powerful. Also hypnosis, those sorts of things are really, really, there's also technology now, brainwave technology, neural empowerment, where you can hook your brain up to a machine and develop more awareness. I personally love meditation because it's just so powerful. I love that sort of connection. That's how I fell in love with this entire world of awareness and spirituality, was really connecting to the divine. It's like I'm the lamp and I'm plugging myself into that electricity. So because of all of the above, as I mentioned, awareness leads to more career success, and this is how it happens. Really, it's really a really powerful skill. I think it's underutilized, and I think you're going to start to see more and more implementation of this skill in the corporate world, and you're starting to see this change and this shift happening into living a more conscious life, because awareness is conscious. Awareness is becoming more conscious. It's an unbecoming. It's moving out of that state of unconsciousness, of automatic pilot, of limiting patterns, of everything that you've developed in your life, and now all of a sudden you're conscious, which means you can be more intentional. You can decide in the moment. You have choice. and you want choice. I know you do, because I want choice. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to tell me anything at all about your experience with awareness, I'd love to hear about it. Comment below. If you want to share this video, please share it. And if you want to hear more videos like this, so go ahead and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell, because that bell will notify you every time I release a new video. So as always, thank you so much for joining me, and make it a great day.